So to install the Ntfs drivers, we're going to learn from your favorite search engine and mine, Google, and I'm going to configure CentOS 7 kernel for Ntfs. We'll just do a quick search on this. And I learned that I just need to install the Ntfs-3G TAC3G drivers, and I have to enable a repo called EPEL, which are extended packages, extended features that you can use to get Linux to do more. So I'll go ahead and install the packages using the yum installer, and we'll show you that here. So I just do the, and I don't need sudo because I'm already root. And let me jump to where I get this. I'm trying some attempts, so thinking that I will not need to use EPEL, and then I finally give up and use EPEL. So I'll install the EPEL package repository rather, and then we add that on, and then I'll add on the Ntfs capability, and now we're able to read and write to the 5 terabyte hard drive, so I can do my backup. And again, the package to do that is the yum package. Yellow Dog Update Manager, in case you're wondering what that meant. There was a version, there might still be a version out there of Linux called Yellow Dog. So all right. Now the reason why I went through this, I tried using tools like xxcopy or just copy and other tools available on Windows to do backups, and something just always went wrong. I think with xxcopy the real issue was that if the file path got to be too long, it couldn't do the backup. It had an issue with, there was some looping back issue that was happening where it was like stacking on 16 times before it finally gave up, backing up the same thing over and over again. So I went ahead and decided to, this SCP method ended up working out a lot better for me. Alright, so here I'm going to go ahead and mount the hard drive using the mount command. I created a directory called external on my Linux system, and then I'll mount the device. I need to use the device /dev sdb2. It'll probably depend on the drive on which you use, but mine was /dev sdb2 onto external. And then you can see with the df command, which stands for disk free, that'll show you how much free disk space you have on each drive or partition. And then I can see that my files are located there, and I was able to mount the directory successfully. So now I'm ready to, now that the hard drive is in place on the virtual machine, now I can go ahead and do the secure copy with WinSCP. So, but the one important feature that must be done is to make sure that we have SSH running. So right now I'm using the wrong command here to do it. Eventually I figured it out, and we need to use systemctl and just check the status of SSHD, and we can see that it's running. Our secure shell server daemon is running, and then we should be ready to go, except I want to just double check the network settings as well. Now To check the network settings, I can use the ifconfig command or IP space ADDR, and that'll show me my current network address. And my current network address is set to a NATed address 10.02.15, which means that my virtual machine is on a separate network. And instead of using NAT, I want the network to be bridged. So I'm make that switch here inside of my tools, going to a bridge network, which means I'm going to get the IP address from the same DHCP server that my Windows system gets its IP address. So that's why I want bridged. With NATing, I'm getting the IP address from my Windows host, which means it's going to be on a separate subnet. But for them to share the same network, I got to go to bridged. So then, now that I've made that change, I just have to restart my network. This is similar to ipconfig refresh on Windows, and I can see I got my new IP address on the same network that my Windows system is on. So now I'm ready to do the WinSCP. I've got a user created on my Linux system, and I can use this to bring WinSCP in. I'll put in the IP address. Now, as you can see above there, it says file protocol SFTP, but I find, frankly, I have better luck with SCP, so I'll click the down arrow and choose SCP normally, but in this example I'll use SFTP. They both work. I just have better luck with SCP. And I accept the public key from the remote server, so this is running WinSCP on the Windows host machine. And I'll go ahead and now I'm on the remote hard drive that's connected to my Linux system on the right, and I'm running Windows on the left, and again on the right is my virtual machine, and I'm accessing my hard drive through CentOS in this case. But again, this could have been OpenSUSE, this could have been Mandrake, so there are a lot of versions of Linux out there. If you go to distrowatch.org, you'll see a lot of different versions of Linux that you can use. So you find the one that works for you. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the files that I want to have copied over. And once I'm satisfied with the files I want to copy over, I just drag those over, click OK, and when SCP is going, I can modify transfer settings. So after this, the files copy over and we're good to go. Now, if you look in the lower right, I've got some hidden files over there too that I want to copy, so I need to handle that. And so that I can also bring over the hidden files, I just have to go down to the lower right, click on where it says for hidden, whatever that would be for you, and then that'll unhide those files, and I'll be able to drag those over. So just showing some of the features of WinSCP, and then we'll go down, click for hidden, and now you can see on the left panel those files wake up, and now I can even copy those over if I want. So that's it for the demonstration using WinSCP as a file manager for backups over SSH in a Linux virtual machine. And if you like this video, please like it. And if you want to learn more about Linux, and you want to learn more about cybersecurity, just stop back at my channel. I'll be adding updates every couple weeks or so. And again, I'm Ted Jordan with Jordan Team Learning, showing you how to stay safe on the internet. Bye.